So when you're starting a limited company, you've got certain legal requirements as a director of the company as well. So notwithstanding a lot of the sort of legal requirements around trade and what you're doing and running a business as a going concern and not putting creditors into a worse position, there's some, from the accountancy point of view, by law you have to submit a set of accounts annually. There's a confirmation statement which replaces the annual return, which is just a statement to say these are the shareholders of the company, this is a person in control of the company, and that has to be submitted every year, and a corporation tax return has to be submitted every year. Now in terms of deadlines, the corporation tax return needs to be submitted 12 months after your year end, but it's weird, the tax man says you've got to pay the corporation tax 9 months after year end, so you've got to pay tax before you submit your return, and then your annual accounts have to be submitted 9 months after your year end. So if you don't do that, you can get fines, and as far as and the legislation even goes as imprisonment, which sounds quite onerous, but that's what the legislation says. But I've never seen anyone go to prison for not submitting accounts, but I've seen fines, and you can get serious penalties for it, and you have to adhere to those deadlines, which is important to do. Also good accounting records, you have to keep good records, not just for the tax perspective. So taxman, the tax laws around receipts and invoices and bank statements and good accounting records is that you have to hold them for 7 years. So that means the tax people can check your records going back at 7 years, and you have to have good accounting records for that. And then that supports also submitting annual accounts. You've got to have all the support documentation and information and all the support and backup documentation for those accounts, and you have to keep good records. It's part of when you form your company, you'll get a letter from Companies House saying these are your obligations, and part of that is keeping good accounting records. And often I see when we get clients who've been maybe going for a year, so you see they haven't done that. So there's a lot of work we have to do to get that up to speed and get it right. But often when you set the company up and you've not done it before, or you've not got a accounting or a legal background, it's often something that seems to be forgotten about, but it's so important that it's done. And there's loads of, apart from the legislation reasons and the legal requirements, there's also very important reasons to have all that in place anyway, depending on what you want to do with your company. So if you want to grow it, or you want to sell it, or you want to raise investment, you're going to need all that good accounting reporting in place anyway, because anyone who wants to invest it, if you want to grow it or sell it, wants to see those accounting records as part of their due diligence. So you might as well start from day one to do that, and I think that's very important to do. And often when you start a business, the accounting fees and things like that may not seem the most important, but they kind of are, because it's, for all the reasons I've said about the legal requirements, it depends what you want to do in the business. It's good to have it from day one, have good structure in place and good processes and good accounts, and then fundamentally also so you know what your business is doing. If you don't know your business is making money, then you're not going to have the business for very long. And what I find that being able to provide that service to startups or early stage businesses, they really see a lot of value in that, because of the fact that now actually I can see what my business is making, what my most profitable products are, rather than just being at the year end where you just get the accounts and it says, all right, well I've made a certain amount of money or I've lost a certain amount of money, it's a bit too late then. So if you can keep on top of that every month, it'll give you a lot of advantages in terms of knowing your business and growing the business effectively.